Good morning, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. We're about 1 minute away from the market opening here. I hope you're all having a pretty good morning so far, although I have a feeling a lot of people aren't going to be having a good morning. And if you're not, and like you're long right now, that's okay. You know, the market goes down sometimes, right? That's why you shouldn't ever risk enough that it should, one pullback shouldn't wipe you out or anything, right? 100%. Always keep that wrist nice and tight, but there are going to be pullbacks that happen in the market. Nvidia just broke below pre-market levels here, literally as the market opened. Getting a bit of a pullback coming in on Nvidia here. Here we go on the screen. Flipped it right over. Gonna bring up the watch list right initially here. CLOV, Clover Health, Asana, Beyond Meat, McDonald's up at the top with Intel. What kind of weird movement are we seeing today? What kind of witchcraft is this? But yeah, Nvidia pulling back a little bit. I want to stress here at the beginning of this live stream to just be adaptable over the next couple of days. I know that that's easier said than done, right? But whenever you look at Nvidia and you look at the uptrend overall, we haven't really seen a red candle that was this big besides whenever we started the downtrend back in like March and April. That was pretty much the start of that downtrend, was really that big nasty red candle that kicked it off. And I'm not saying that this red candle here is going to kick off a huge sell-off, but I do think that there's potential for this to be a short-term sell-off, especially just given how much the stock has went. And obviously, I think that reacting to this is the way to go. I don't think that it's necessarily smart to just run into puts now. Don't be like, oh my God, Tom said it could be the downtrend, I'm gonna go run into puts. I'm not saying to do that. That's not what I would do. But you can see that it is a pretty nasty pullback, and we haven't really had this type of pullback in a long time. I'd say the closest thing on the way up that counts would be in June. Besides the March pullback, I would say the June pullback there on June 6th was probably the best one as far as pullbacks on the way up, unless we go back to like March, like we said. But just be wary in the short term. You know, be ready, have a plan on what to do if you're, you know, if it does end up falling. But here we go. Nvidia's coming back a little bit. We have some green finally. That's good to see. Hopefully the SPY can get back up there as well. It gapped down this morning, consolidated a lot at 544. And I talked about that support a lot last night. That is a major support, the top of the range from back in that June, I guess, sideways movement. So definitely keep 544 on the radar. It looks like it even bounced off of it as the market opened almost. Got really close. Started coming back. What's up, Brain? Gluten Morgan? That's funny. I've taken German class, so you can't fool me. I'm just kidding. What's up, Lurker? Oh yeah, Mason, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're new here, hit that like as well. We're at 11 likes. Let's go. We got Bryce subscribing. Appreciate you, Bryce. I thought yesterday was the people who put their money into Nvidia on Tuesday, taking it out yesterday, but then boom, it went down further. Yeah, it was a pretty nasty downtrend, wasn't it? It was one of the nastier ones that we've seen in a long time, and you're not going to see red days usually be that red, I would say. The average percent fall for Nvidia is only like 1.4%. I think yesterday was like 3-something%. So you're looking at a like double the average drop there. Yeah, I don't think we'll see much more of that either. At least in that way. Hopefully. It's already down 2.3% today though, I guess, so. But it's all pre-market. That's what really sucks about that move. Yesterday's move was even wilder because if you go from like the high of the day to the low of the day, it's like an 8% drop. Now that's where it gets really wild. Pretty nuts. Demir said April was nasty. Yeah, March and April were pretty nasty. And didn't we just say that a minute ago? Like, I literally just said that, though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, I even came back and... But overall, it's been a great year. What's up, Dan? Appreciate you today. Casa says a sell in June 18th and go away. Yeah, Nvidia's starting to come back a little bit this morning. Looking at the 1-minute candles, there is a little bit of green. It's only down 1.8% now. You know, we're getting a lot of mixed price action this far. I'd say overall, on the majority, it's starting to come up a little bit, if I had to pick a side here so far, but nothing too crazy yet. DraftKings gonna watch Disney as well. Penn Gaming was very interesting with that news yesterday. Hopefully you guys keep watching Penn Gaming in the short term. We talked about it a lot on last night's video. That was even the big money play from yesterday too, with the spread. Call debit spread, which is a bullish trade. If you didn't want to go with the spread, you could just go with 20 strike calls. I will say this, Penn is at the $20 resistance, so you need like a good breakout here, but that will be something to keep an eye on. Triple witching today, Costas said. Yeah. I'm not somebody that really likes to pay attention to triple witching and quad witching and all that stuff too much. I think a lot of traders, they get the false sense of that's going to make the market run or not run, you know, or vice versa, right? But it's just that's something that I just try to act like doesn't even happen. It can affect things, I guess, a little bit, you know, personally. I think the market's smarter than that. I think that it would price stuff like that in, so... You know, like you know it's happening. You know, it's not like this is like a surprise or anything. Like, thought yesterday the first small pullback to 138, Nvidia was a great buying option. Boy, was I off. The first pullback to 138. And that's the problem sometimes, Brain, is that the market has been going up for so long and the dip buying has been so easy that I'm sure a lot of people were trying to buy the dip yesterday and got royally screwed. I know Christian, I don't know how Christian fared for the rest of the day, but Christian, Klaus, the one that's always coming in here, we have two Christians. We have Christian C and Christian F. Yeah, yeah, Christian C. He had a good dip buy early on yesterday morning, I remember. That was a pretty good move initially on the way up. I don't know how the rest of the day went, but I know that first dip actually got bought up very, very well. But the obviously the subsequent dips after that were a little iffy, but that first one was actually pretty fire on the quick recovery there. Yeah, Mason goes, there he is. Sean said, I bought the Nvidia dip yesterday, got 20% and ran like I stole something. Nice, Sean. Yeah, good thing you did it quick. It was too bad that the play didn't end up, you know, working out where it really came back, right? But it definitely had a good enough comeback there in the short term, like a 3-point move. That's pretty damn good. Yeah, nice one, Brain. Nice. Now Nvidia's coming right back down with the volatility this morning. Hate to see that. At around 128.80. Little pullbacks. Gonna be watching these supports coming up, but I can't believe that it fell through that support around 129.75 to 130 so easily this morning in pre-market. That's pre-market for you, though. I hate that those moves happen in pre-market, though, because it was such a good breakdown, honestly. Like, to catch that with a scalp with an option would have been pretty damn good. Kind of ruined it with the free market move. Morning, Tom. Got an alert on CZR. Nice. Yeah, Caesars is starting to do pretty well again. Just barely broke out. I'm not going to count that as a break yet. The 1-minute candle didn't close above resistance, but it did get very, very close. Keep that level on the radar. Create an alert. So far, it kind of faked out. / rejected. I don't know if I want to call that a fake out. A fake out would have been like a couple nice green candles here and then pull back, but oh, you did get that little wick though. Palmer goes, all the good moves are pre-market. Tell me about it, right? It's a pain in the ass. In and out so fast lately, they don't even know I'm there. Sean's like a ninja. Posted up little ninja guy. That's funny. You're like, lightning. What do they say? Quick like lightning, sting like a bee or something? Something like that. I think it was in Rocky. Good old Rocky. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Oh, I was way off on that. Yeah, that's definitely what it was, though. Yeah, Zen goes, butchered that one, mate. Yeah, I definitely did. That was brutal there. What does he say in there, though? He says something about lightning, I swear to God. So, one of you guys knows it, I know. He says something about, like, you gotta eat lightning and crap thunder or something, or something like that. It was the old guy. GILD in breakout area, Jane said. Palantir's down pretty low. Let's go look at Gilead. What is up with GILD? What the hell? What a recovery yesterday. Xbox, I think that was the line from Mickey and Rocky. Yeah, exactly, yep. Wax on, wax off. That's from the Karate Kid. Come on. You guys are trying to get me in trouble. Spies testing support, Demir said. I don't know what's up with GILD on the daily, but even intraday looking pretty hot. Let me know if there's some news with that one. SPY is right on support. That's a good eye. Keep watching it closely around like 544, 543.80. My poor daughter is crying up a storm in the other room. Ah, Mr. Miyagi is the man. That's right, Mason. That's awesome. Mr. Miyagi. Nvidia's making me cry, Brain said. Let's flip over to that. It's not really getting any movement yet today. The puts and the calls are probably crying right now. Low key. Guys, my week has been so good, not so much like I made a lot of money, but I executed my trades so well. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Jane. Let's go. Let's go, Jane. I'm glad to hear that. I executed the trades well. That's good. Up 2.6% on the week. That's good. That is nice, Jane. Glad to hear that. I know Sean has a lot of weeks like that, and, you know, they pay off really well over the long term, Jane. They pay off really well over the long term. On the month, she's up 7.49%. Now, there we go, Jane. That's worthy of some dubs there. 7.49. Gotta throw some of those out there in the chat. Very proud, yeah. That's awesome. That's a great month. What's your best month yet, Jane? I know that February and March, I think, were pretty good for you, but February, okay. That was my top. Then April, I gave it all back. I got you. I see. Demir said, uh-oh. And then had to clarify because Mando said he didn't like it when Demir said that. Yeah, she's going nuts in the other room. I'll have to bring her in here and towards the end of the stream. See what she does. Nvidia starting to trend a little bit south. Switching back to the SPY. It's starting to trend down too. Just broke under 544, unfortunately. You don't want to see that, but, you know, that's what's happening, right? That's what's happening. Pulled down to 543. Got close to 542 as well. Dang, that sucks. I have a buy order for 2 shares at 125 on Nvidia. Let's go look at 125. Okay. And that's more of like a short-term thing, Jane? I'm assuming. Around like 126 is support. Yeah, 125 is support too. That'd be nice if you could fill there and get a nice pop back right away. That would be awesome. It's a decent support. I would say it's not too bad to try to snipe it there. Sean said Tessie got the Matumbo. Yeah, that's good, Jane. Matumbo. Yeah, the 1 minute smackdown. 183.80 pulled back to like 181.20 pretty quickly. It's Killer said squad. It's Killer Squad said I hate pullbacks. That's a pretty wild name there. Did you know Mr. Pickle got fired from Semtech? Mr. Pickle? What the hell? Is that a real thing? Like the actual Semtech? I forgot the SMTC. Wow. Not Mr. Pickle. I gotta look this up. Is it real? Did he really get fired? After CEO Paul Pickle left the company. That's funny. Man, those earnings were brutal right there, too. Did he get fired or did he leave? It just said he left abruptly on the articles I looked at. Either way, it's weird. People used to call me Mason Pickles. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be your nickname on the golf course from now on, Mason. Like, next time we go and we hire a little filmer, I swear to God, your name is Mason Pickles on the day. That'd be cool to have like a custom-made golf shirt with like a whole shit ton of pickles all over it. Like a bunch of little pickles to make like designs or something. That actually wouldn't be too bad. I bet that there is one of those out there. Now that I'm thinking of it. Jane died laughing. Yeah, Tesla did get the Matumbo, that's for sure. Fuck. Watch 180 here in the short term. That's not good. Big support coming up. 180 is pretty big. I bet if we look at Bookmap, it'd be pretty huge. It might have got wiped out yesterday, but yeah, there's still some there. There's a number of industries Mr. Pickle can enter with that name. I know one of the industries I'm thinking of. Like ticker symbol PLBY. That'd be perfect for this one. How is this stock doing? Let's see. Really bad. PH, what's that one? Parker Hannafin. I think they might have meant something else by PH, but... What's your range prediction for Oxy by next earnings? My view says. You know, by earnings, I feel like that's pretty far out by the end of July. I mean, I guess about a month away. Really, I'm looking at oil in a bit of a bullish way with what's going on with OPEC Plus. You know, they're still keeping the production cuts in place until the end of this year. So I think that for this summer, I think that we could see oil pop back a little bit. It's actually been popping back pretty well over the past few weeks. Been doing decent. I wouldn't be surprised though if for like a few days it chopped in this range before finally breaking to like 83 or higher. That's a pretty big resistance there around 83. But that's really what I'm looking for here over the next couple months. I don't want to necessarily just say by earnings because it's August, but you know, we could chop around for a little bit here. AMD's tanking. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Ran up and opened to like 163, almost broke out and said nope. Pull back to 158. That's pretty brutal there. I don't want to see a pullback like that happening all the time. UUUU is trading for less than the insiders paid a few weeks ago. Quad U's Energy Fuels, one of the larger uranium companies out there, I think. Drain said, besides oil and some pharma, is there anything else going up? Let's check on Goog. I think Goog's been pretty good today. Yeah, Goog has had a pretty fire move. Let's look at the heat map. You're right, it's been pretty lackluster. Damn, maybe Cisco, Intel. Intel isn't too bad. CSCO. Cisco's really not too bad either. If it starts to break above like 47.50 at the high of day, I think we could see a decent run with Cisco. Oh yeah, Mason already found one. Shirt with little pickles on it. I knew that would be a thing. You got a corn shirt too. That actually looks pretty nuts. It looks like a beehive or something. I like how it says the color is yellow 3. Like, isn't that like the color they put in Mountain Dew? Uranium probably really good long-term, Palmer said. Let's go look at it. I mean, I think uranium's already pretty high. Yeah, like you look at CCJ, UUUU. I guess UUUU isn't really the best mover, right? Like it does have decent pops now and again, but I don't know. I mean, CCJ is the king of uranium. I know it looks like it's dipping pretty hard, but yeah, I was actually looking at some good shirts last night. I was gonna get a couple maybe here in the short term, like a I forgot the ones that they have there right now, but I liked a couple they had. Yeah, I was watching Good play with Bryson with those hickory clubs last night. That was pretty funny. Fired Nvidia big down here, 130, 2 weeks out. And I also watched Bryson try to break 50 with Martin Borgsen or whoever from the Red Tees. I thought that was funny. Palmer said you got that good, Tom. Oh, you know it, Palmer. That's funny. You know it. I have a couple of their t-shirts from Golf Galaxy with my $50 rewards. Nice. They run big, FYI. Large fits like extra large. Damn. It sucks for me, Mason, because, like, I'm barely tall enough that I always need, like, a shirt that's skinny but tall, you know? And every time I get, like, a large one, it fits me good on the length, but I feel like I could fit 2 or 3 of me in these damn shirts. I swear to God, like, I'm gonna come out with a golf clothing line and call it, like, the clothing line for normal people. Like, I don't know what else to call it. Like, if you're big, you need to order the wide one. You know, we'll just say that. Like, we'll have slim and wide shirts. I need suspenders. Oh my God. I'll invest in that, Tom, Tangy said. Yeah, go to the Shaq section. It's true, though. Sizes run so big, I feel like. It's almost like you're literally buying, like, the big and tall all the time. It's like... Let's see the F. Ford, General Motors, nothing. I think I might sit on the sidelines here for now with Spy's price action being a little sus, Demir said. Yeah, you know, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Unless we get, like, a massive sell-off come in under, like, 543. I would not blame you one bit here. Tangy Man said SJM, KHC, CFB all moving the same exact way. This is rotation. SJM. Smuckers. Coming up a little. Let's see. Kraft. Kraft is at our buying point, Sean. I mean, do we stab Kraft here again? Low key. I might be doing it. It's under 34, Sean. You know what that means. Sean goes, I don't want to hear it. I'm 5'4". I have to hem up every pair of pants unless I luck out and find a kid's pair that fits. Oh, shit. Yeah, I feel you there, Sean. I feel you there. Yeah, we need some, like, better pants and some better shirts and stuff. Intel's green knocking on 31. Come on, Intel. Can you just get a fucking move off this support? It almost looks like they got bought out. Like, doesn't it? It looks like somebody tried to buy them out at 30 a share. And that's what we're sitting at. Like, honestly. Let's go look at a company that did get bought out. Or is in talks. Like, they should get bought out by Nippon Steel as long as regulators let it happen. That is ticker symbol. What's US Steel's ticker symbol? Oh, X. That's right. X. Look at this one. At least this one, you know, it went flat and honestly had more movement than Intel. And this one's literally getting bought out. Granted, there's regulatory concerns, but that's kind of fucked up, isn't it? I don't know. I do a 10-year comparison of Intel versus NVIDIA and laugh, Christian F said. How about the fact of this? Now, this is going to blow a lot of people's minds. I know some of you already know this because you've seen it, but look at the weekly chart. Intel is still under the price that it was at in 1999 and 2000. Isn't that nuts to say? Intel isn't above its price from 2000. I know Hunter likes to use this one as a good as a good example. And he likes to show stocks like Nvidia now, and likes to show like, hey, this is an example of buying, you know, you can buy a good company at too large of a price and still lose. This is a good example. You know, I think more people need to actually look at the Intel chart and study it a little bit, because it's definitely an interesting thing to look at whenever you look at the dot-com bubble, right? Now you can go look at something else like Apple, and you can say, okay, you know, sure, like some companies took a hit from the dot-com bubble and it sucked like Apple's, but obviously they came back, right? They had that growth to them, a lot more growth. But, you know, when you look at it, Intel had a lot of growth too. It's weird. They're trading so much higher on their revenue and everything than they were, but it's like the company is just, you know, the stock can't get back up there, right? That's the worry with some of these stocks now. And I'm not saying it's going to be necessarily like this with Nvidia. Don't get me wrong. But other stocks maybe, like let's say smaller ones, like maybe ARM or SMCI maybe, or, you know, who knows, maybe Palantir or something weird. You know, you never know. But it's definitely a weird chart, something to think about. Because, you know, Intel's no small chip company, guys. You know, it's pretty good. It's just, it's weird to think that it's not even above that. Now let's adjust it for inflation. Or, I mean, for dividends. I guess it's a little bit better, but really not even, not anything. Very good. I'm too tall in the torso, and everything I try on is a belly shirt, Tanty said. That sucks. I'm way too chubby to pull off the belly shirt look. Oh, man. Nvidia has to have a ceiling. Everything does. But where? Christian F said. Yeah, but where is the question, right? When is the bubble going to finally burst on these stocks? Probably take a little more. Who knows, you know, probably a long while longer. Can't spit it out. I was going to say a little while longer, but then I was like, nah, probably a long while longer, low-key. But hey, guys, smash up that like button. We got 19 total likes. If you don't smash it up, I'm sending Greta to you.
How dare you?
Trust me, she'll show up at your house and literally protest you not liking the stream if you don't like it, so. I scaled out to 30 calls. This is going to be a good dip opportunity, Christian said. He's looking at Nvidia again. In the short term today, I see a decent support here. That's a good wick, like right around 125.70, I guess. Not too bad. Give me 1 sec. I need a drink. Sorry, guys. Had to grab a quick drink there. Started coughing. I'm glad I was able to mute the mic in time. Sell next week, Christian said. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious what kind of stock we're looking at, too. Like Jane said. Spy back to its first support, Demir said. It's touching again. Nice. Let's go click on SPY. Yeah, it is pretty good support right around 543. Oh, no, you're talking about 544 now. I got you. Yeah, there is a decent wick at 543, right in the midpoint of that range. But yeah, I see what you're talking about. The one from this morning, 544. Hopefully it can hold here. It's looking at the 1 minute chart. It's having a little bit of action on it. Yeah, and hey, if you guys are new to the live stream, make sure you also hit that subscribe button. Let's go. This is separate from the main channel. So if you aren't yet subscribed, please do so. It helps us out quite a bit. Let me get a book map. Someone's looking for a Disney book map of all book maps. I got too many book maps open. LLY. All right, Disney. 103, 7,500 shares. Looking at support around 544, though, holding pretty good still. I like it. Like to see that, Demure. Those dip buyers sniped it real good. Hey, that's nice. That's nice to hear, nice to hear. It's about to touch again. Sheesh. How many times is it gonna get bought up right here? Hey, 31 likes. Appreciate that, guys. QQQ coming alive. Right around 480. It'd be nice to see a good recovery here on this dip. These supports are starting to be tested. Come on, tech. Let's get up there. Apple's almost double bottoming. Around 209.60. Hey, appreciate you, Brain. Thanks. Thank you, thank you.
All right, all right, all right.
Go try some Tilray. Nothing. Man, this market's making me want to do Tilray in real life, I'll tell you. The past 2 days, that is. It was such a good uptrend. You know, I do feel a little bit bad because you can always tell, you know, a lot of people have been so used to the uptrend that yesterday it like wiped quite a few people out that would go in too deep. And we've seen that happen quite a bit this morning. Intel 3111, Tangy said. INTC, let's check it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that 5-minute chart. 3108, looking very nice. That's awesome. It has weak correlation to the SPY, so maybe this will be part of the shift that we're looking for. Sean said Tilray helps on days like these. DJT melting, Jason said. No, we didn't actually talk about DJT at all yet. But you're right, it is melting really bad. That's a bad move on DJT. Pulling back like that, that's brutal. 25, 40. Oh, man. Spoons is laughing. Yeah, it's a bad move, isn't it? It's been pulling back like crazy. If we go to the daily chart, I don't know what's up with that resistance there, but that is one of the more brutal resistances I've ever seen, around 56 bucks. Yeah, just straight brutality there. Spoons. No longer have to confuse me with Christian. I love that. I know, right? We've had Christian C around for so long. That's awesome, though. Nice name change, man. That's cool. That's sick. Spoons. You could be called that for a number of reasons. Hopefully it's not the drug one. If it is, well, so be it, right? I joined the 35 call, but a month out to give myself time, Jane said. Wow. Scaled out to 30 calls. Nice. Yeah, Intel's looking good. Still pretty fire today. Gonna switch over to the SM bot real quick. It looks like it's just calling out Goog and Mara right now. Goog really kept exploding. Broke out above 180 like it was nothing. Let's check on Mara. Even KLAC is red today. True tech sell-off, Tangy said. Clack. This is one that I haven't looked into too much. I've seen it a few times on the way up, but it's just one I haven't really followed too closely. KLAC. God damn it. Can't talk.
Today, Junior!
Oh, I love that movie. Billy Madison. That was one of the best scenes ever. She grabs him by the ear. I'll tell you what, we're gonna have to watch that scene. It's gonna be our Friday funny today, is that scene. Let's see. Here we go. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies. Switch over to the Spy real quick, though. Before we check that out. Looking at the 1 minute, double checking. Coming up pretty well off that 544 support. Glad to see it re-hold there. You know what? That was pretty good price action right there, holding that support. I circled it. I was loving that movement there, the way it was holding. It was consolidating very well above there, which is usually a good sign. This is kind of your confirmation right here on those types of moves. Obviously, it might not happen like that every time, but it's pretty good to see.
There was a girl who wanted
He can't even read.
to
Cut it out, dude. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Today, Junior!
This is my favorite part.
Ow! You're tearing my ear off!
Making fun of a little kid for trying to read. Are you psycho? Do you not have a soul?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I've been physically abused in the ear.
You keep your mouth shut for the next 2 weeks or I'm gonna fail you. End of story.
I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words. I'm deaf!
I'm deaf. That's my favorite part. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you're right, Mason. Nowadays, she'd be in jail for life. No, you're right. He can't even read while the dude's sitting in a 4th grade class at 40. You're right. I never thought about it that way, Mason. That's pretty funny when you think about it. Oh, that's good. Yo, Tom, my 1.47 any size fries did that. 147 any size fries. Physically abused in the ear. If my mom ever grabs me like that, I'm gonna say that. Oh, that's good. That movie's pretty nuts. McDonald's went up $6 this morning. That was all me. I love it, Demir. Yeah, what the hell happened to McDonald's today? We're definitely seeing that rotation. At least today we are, I'll tell you. Kraft, McDonald's, we're getting them all going. What else is up? Kroger? I bet. Let's see. Who would have guessed, right? Kroger's in the green. Who would have thought? What about Costco? Nope. Rotating out of Costco, unfortunately. That's unfortunate. Costco's pretty hot, though. I gotta give it to it. It's been one of the hottest stocks over the past year, 2 years. Man. I don't know what we have to do to get NVIDIA to go up. I have no clue. Maybe we just gotta spit on that thing, you know? You spit on that thing, maybe NVIDIA will start to pop back, you know? I'm hoping. Oh. Hawk tour, Mason said. Oh man, that girl's taking the internet by storm. If you spit on that thing with NVIDIA, it'd break it. Everyone goes pause. Demir said, what girl? I don't know. They're having problems finding out the real girl. I saw that there's people actually trying to find out who it is, like investigating it pretty hard, actually. It's pretty weird how in-depth they are trying to investigate it, but I don't know. The Hawk Tuo girl. That's all I can say. That's been wild going through the internet lately. I think it's pretty funny. Let's go spit on them H100s. That would do good for him, Brain. It would help him. That's just more cooling, you know? Liquid cool, Brain, is what we'd be doing. You guys know in like World War II, those German machine guns would get so hot that they would pull the barrels out and pee on them to cool them off. Pretty nuts. I guess you could have done that with the American barrels too, but I guess it was more common with the German ones. Wow. Connor's working the PGA tournament at the Travelers Championship. Hey! Oh, man. I said to get me a ticket on there. Imagine that's... Yeah, I don't want to talk about that too much, guys. I just was throwing some history at you there. I wasn't trying to get that deep with it. I'm sorry. PLTR starting to bounce up off of $24 there. Starting to look pretty good. I like that support at 24. It's definitely not bad. Hey, nice. They're going to a Vietnam reenactment. That's going to be fun. Tamir. Thomas Jelly. What? T. Kim is killing it? Oh. Yeah, fry bacon on those barrels. I've seen them do that on, like, just AR-15 barrels even. And, like, AK barrels and stuff. I've actually made my barrels get so hot before. They were glowing red. I was like, oh, man, this is hot. Have you guys ever accidentally touched one? I touched one once by mistake, man, and I made a big mistake touching that thing. It was like, have you guys ever seen Home Alone with the hot door handle? It was kind of like that. I was like, oh my gosh. It like left an imprint of the gun on my hand. Ooh, Brain touched a can once. Now that's not good. Those can get insanely hot. Man. I forgot you like golf too, but you got no meta. Yeah, it's really not great to touch a barrel. You're right, Tangy. It's getting your oils from your hands on the barrel isn't really good. If you're talking about the heat from the barrel getting red, I mean, it'll be all right. Especially if you have a chrome lined barrel. Which people always make that argument. You know, what's better, chrome lined or not chrome lined? I guess you'd say chrome lined or forged, whatever. But forged is apparently more accurate. But I don't know, chrome lined, it's not that far off, you know, in reality. I guess if you're trying to knock a penny off a stick at 100 yards, it is, but if you're going after what those things are meant to be going after, then, yeah. We'll say what they have, we'll say it's called combat effectiveness, right? They're effective enough. Man, come on, Spy. Why are you pulling back again? Right down to support. Watch for the dip buy on support this time. Getting the retest here. Demir said I only fire about 50 rounds on the pistols, so I never get hot barrels. I feel that. The pistols, you know, they cool down quick enough usually, too. I built a really cool one. I built a Mark... Man, you can tell I don't talk about my guns too much anymore. I built a Mark 18 clone, I think. Yeah, that's it. MK18 clone, yeah. It essentially looks like this. Except I have a Holosun instead of an EOTech because I don't even like EOTechs with their batteries and stuff. But... And they're, I don't know, I think they're too bright. But it looks essentially just like this. It's a pretty badass one. Short barrel rifle, SBR. Except, you know, it's not really an SBR. It's a pistol, technically. You know how that is. We're not going down that path. Boeing going nuts here. Boeing is so weird, right? When you look at the chart, it's so choppy since 2020. Just kind of stuck in a major range. No, I haven't, Brain. That's not really a, I'm pretty sure that's highly illegal here, unless you're talking, like, getting it serialized and all that, but I don't know. I don't talk about that stuff. That's how you get in trouble right there. That's how you lose your dogs, as they say. Go switch over to Tilray again. Nothing. Come on, Tilray. You damn MJ stocks. They can't get anything going in the short term, can they? They have to keep looking back into these weird stocks like Kraft today. It's very weird. Yeah, exactly, Demir, right? They'll be there sooner or later. The question is when. We pull up Tessie on the book map real quick. There we go. On my day trade, should I be careful at 2 or 3? Are you talking about because the PDT rule, Brandon? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know. I spend more time with Mike and Tom than some of my friends. Man, I'll be honest with you guys. I spend more time with you guys than I spend with any of my friends, man. I got like 2 friends. Kind of sucks. two IRL friends, you know. I need more golfing friends. I try to make friends, but y'all are my besties, Jane said. Yeah. You're mine too, Jane. Yeah, I do got lots of friends in here at least, so that's good. I'm always looking for more IRL friends, though. It's like I'm friends with a lot of people, but like we never do anything, you know? Nobody ever does anything anymore, sadly. Maybe that's just a part of getting old, you know? Social media does it? Could be. There's a lot of tickers popping off. Let's see. Selling pressure's on. Uh-oh. Not the SPY. Come on. It bounced around 543.80 again. Right around 544. It's really liking this level today, Demira. It's really loving it. Hey, I was gonna say, Sean, you just found a new friend, and then you posted 3 messages later. I found the local stocked up golfer. That was pretty badass. It's funny, I only hang out with Tom and not Mike. Then I can pretend your car is mine. Either chicks walk by. Oh, that'd be sick, Mando. I feel that, Brandon. There's a lot of people in real life who, they honestly don't like me, like, literally just because of, like, what we do, I guess, with, like, investing and stuff. I don't know. Some people just can't stand it. You know, there's guys out there that are, like, most of my friends are, like, blue-collared, like, you know, construction worker people or something, or, you know, in the union or something. You know, it's a different ball game, right? Not everybody has, like, the go get 'em mindset out there. And don't get me wrong, I got lots of people who I know and care about, especially family members who are in, like, trade jobs and stuff. And I'm not saying trade jobs are bad by any means. Don't think I'm saying that. But they, those types of people a lot of times don't like the techie stuff, you know, and the car and all that. I have a handful. You lose people when you're in this market. Think it's jealousy. Yeah, it could be, Jay. It could be. A lot of people think it's, like, not really attainable to win either. I don't get what it is, but, like, you know, hell, man, just max out your IRA every year and you'll see the gains. I'm telling you. Mando, they hate us because they ain't us. Mr. Skylark. I love that movie. That's an awesome one. Tangy said I had a roommate back in 2010 who got violently mad because I had a smartphone. Whoa. Whoa. Violently mad because of a phone. Damn. Imagine. Blue collar, have $2,000 per seat for Oilers/Panther tickets, but $0 for investing. I don't know about that, Philippines, but sounds like there's definitely one crazy situation you've talked about. It's kind of funny. Sorry, I'm late. I had dad and pregnant wife duties. Ever since I started trading, people have been fading away from me, and I'm an oil field contractor. That's badass, Whiskey. An oil field contractor? Are you allowed to trade oil? I'm curious with that. Would you be allowed to trade crude oil stuff? Let me know that. I'm gonna grab a quick bottle of water really fast. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I'm a private entity. Nice, okay. Jacob scalped 28% play on Tessie. TSLA, nice. Hey, Tesla's actually not looking too bad here. You know, Tesla actually has a strong negative correlation to the SPY, which is actually quite funny. Strong negative correlation. That's weird to say, isn't it? But it's true. It's true, at least over the past year it has. I'm not going to say throughout its whole lifespan, but then it would be a different story. How do you spell the Philippines? Just think of a guy named Philip Pines. What? You know, I've never had any problems spelling Philippines before. I guess my big question would be the L's. Is there 2 L's or 1 L? Looks like 1 L. I would have been pretty confident with that, though. What about Mississippi? I know that one. Mississippi. I know that one. I was a nerd with that one back in the day. You spelt it with 3 S's? What did you do? Massachusetts. Now that's one that would get me, Demure. I don't think I could do that one. Massachusetts. Massachusetts? Oh, there's 2 T's at the end? Damn. I would have never known that one. Worcestershire sauce? Oh shit. That stuff is a weird thing to say. I've actually practiced that one. Worcestershire. I don't know if you say it that way or Worcester or something. Either way, I don't really care. Palantir selling down 5.69% to the downside. That sucks. So you say it sucks, but all I hear is cheaper shares. Yeah, I feel you there, Tangy. I do feel you on that. See, I like cheaper shares, though, when it was at 20. But I'm looking at Palantir over the next couple weeks, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know, are we going to end up chopping in this zone again? We probably will. You know, that's what's going to be kind of annoying if we end up chopping around this zone. Milwaukee. I'm pretty good with that one. MILWA. Ukee? I don't know. Oh, I spelt it the same way Demure did. Man, I should know that one because the Cardinals play the Milwaukee Brewers all the time. And hey, I'll tell you what, that Cardinals game last night was awesome. Did you guys watch that? Did you guys watch the Cardinals game? Nah? Mason said, did they win? It was actually a special game. So, they were celebrating the Negro Leagues. And that's why it was actually a nationally televised game. They were playing the San Francisco Giants. I thought maybe you would have heard of it, Demure, but obviously you're in Diego, but it was really nice. You know, they were celebrating the Negro Leagues, and they went through all the history and everything like that, and talked about a ton of stuff, and had a lot of people, like, for these big pregame ceremonies and stuff. It was actually pretty awesome, and they played it like an old school field, and they had this, like, 93 or, like, 99-year-old Negro League player throw the first pitch out. It was sick. It was pretty cool. I play MLB The Show quite a bit, and, you know, they've been talking about that on there quite a lot, and it's been, it was just kind of neat, you know, kind of learning about some of that stuff, and they were playing at, like, an old school field. It was kind of like a Field of Dreams type of thing or something. It was pretty sick. Yeah, Willie Mays. Yeah, that was huge. They were talking about that a ton. They were actually chanting Willie at the game, which was pretty touching. Hey, Savage, looking at NVIDIA, 250 calls. It will be elite for 2026. Your thoughts and book map. Sorry if you did it already. So if you're looking to buy it and hold it, I'll be real with you, Savage. The book map is pretty irrelevant. If you're looking for like a play out to 2026, there's not really going to be much that's going to help you there, because if you're going to hold it for as long as you're planning on, at least a few months plus, the levels that we're at now aren't going to make any difference. So as far as book map goes, that's not really too helpful here. But whenever I go to NVIDIA and I look at the chart, and I know that you're looking out to 2026, so that would at least give you, you know, room to hold this into mid-2025 or something at least, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm saying you're getting the 250 calls. I mean, Savage, I personally say that that's not the way I would go with it. I'm just being dead honest. The 250 calls are pretty nuts. If you're going to go with that, I would just recommend shares or a cheaper call that's more around the money. Like, let's say NVIDIA gets to 200, right? Those 250 calls will be pretty good for a while, but then they'll decay like crazy if it falls a little bit, you know? So it's going to be a little bit different. These stocks go through phases. I'm not sure how long this uptrend's going to last. I guess if you're really into it, you know, you could take a stab at it. I wouldn't go too deep at all on something like that, though. And I would also venture out to say that, like, if you asked Mike about that, Mike would say the same thing. Or he would probably say at least turn it into a spread at least or something, but I don't want to put words in Mike's mouth, but if you did ask, I think that he would say that it's not really worth it, personally. If you were really bullish out to 2025, what would be smarter is probably buying shares and selling the selling covered calls at the 250 strikes or something. But obviously that takes a lot of capital. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, to make it kind of worthwhile, it does. Now, I'm not saying you don't have it by any means. I'm just saying, in general, at least it's not 1,000 a share anymore. That would that made it a lot worse, right? I heard NVIDIA chart looks like Cisco back in the day, Don said. CSCO back in the day? Let's look at the weekly. I like going back and looking at that. Yeah, Cisco back in the day, yeah. Cisco's another good example. You know, Intel's a good example of that. Cisco's a good example. It's a very similar situation. I'll tell you. It really is. I will say, though, NVIDIA has such a strong hold on its sector. It's hard to say that it would do this exactly, but kind of like what we say with Intel. But if you look at Cisco's chart, you look at Intel's chart, it's very similar. A lot of people say that we're in the AI bubble now. Nobody ever realizes we're in a bubble until it finally bursts. And then people realize it, but... yeah, that's the problem, Brain. They're so good with their hardware. Like, the architecture on their chips and stuff is just... you know, no other company matches those NVIDIA GPUs. AMD tries, but they just... it's never really quite the same. And I don't know too much about the architecture, but... Demir sees a triple top on the SPY. Right around this, like, 544.70, 544.80 resistance. Yeah, I see that too. Apple's green, Jane said. AAPL. Yeah, it is going green. Yeah, the research is pretty expensive. And the thing is, Brain, is that with Meta and Alphabet developing their own GPUs, it's like when they come out, are they going to be kind of like lackluster? You know? I wonder. Tesla's pushing nice, Christian said. TSLA, Tessie. There we go. Tessie is actually pushing pretty good. Coming back alive today. That could be fire for a secondary run-up if we could get a good breakout. It got really close. Rejecting perfectly at resistance. Black Sheep. I don't know if we got your last message there, Sheep. He said, not saying I'm a fanboy of NVIDIA or anything, just saying it costs a little more for a reason. Exactly, Sheep. You know, and that's how trading goes, man, you know. Things, they get hype, and that hype lasts for a while, and the stocks get really expensive, and they trade over multiples by by very extended amounts. Like, especially like price to sales and stuff like that. It starts to get pretty nuts sometimes, and you know, I hate to say it, Black Sheep, but I've been around for too long, and I've seen these stocks like NVIDIA go up, and I've seen them go down. You know, Tesla was the same way. I hate to say it, but Tesla was the same exact thing that NVIDIA is right now. It really is. It was, I should say. It had the same level of hype. It had, I would say almost the same level of hype, you know, very close. Within the recent past couple of years, this is definitely the closest thing, in my opinion, to NVIDIA, was Tesla. Everybody was into it. It was the stock to trade. All it did was go up. I'll tell you what, people really started to learn their lesson after it started pulling back. They really did. Now, I know that whenever you zoom out, you look at the long-term chart, and you're like a share buyer, everyone's like, well, Tom, it's just a better opportunity for shares. It is, but let's be real here. Like, the pullback was massive. You know, it fell from 410 down to 100. You know, this was the same, you know, people had the same thoughts with this stock as they do with NVIDIA now, you know. But it's good to see NVIDIA keeping up here in the short term, and personally, I hope in the short term it keeps going. I really do. I'm not somebody who sits here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope NVIDIA falls and I think it's going to crash and all this. Eventually, I do think it will. You know, and I'm not going to be one to come out there and be like, oh, I told you, I told you. You know, I'll just be like, okay, we're going to adjust now and we're going to play it down. You know, as simple as that. But it's definitely getting a lot of people thinking right now, you know, they're like, hey, this is getting kind of wild. At some point, something's gonna happen. It's gonna eventually stop, you know. And I'm not saying it's even happening now at all, but it's just something to keep in the back of your mind for the next year, 2 years. Tesla used to move the market. It did. It used to be the top dog for a little while. You know, we always talk about this market cap chart. You know, there was a time Tesla was nearing the top, wiping out some of these bigger companies on the market cap list, you know? It was happening for a while. They used to be higher than NVIDIA. Yeah, it really was crazy, Mason. It was, and it was a fun time to be a trader, you know? Just like it's a fun time now with NVIDIA. You know, it's been awesome, right? It's always cool when stocks do this. Jaden said, Tom, important question. What's for lunch, bro? Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, Jason. I'm not sure yet. Give me 1 sec. Let me get the daughter real fast. Time to wake her up.
So, what exactly did you tell them then? This girl was real. I actually thought...
All right. We are back. Demir got me with the bacon and the eggs. I like it. The grits and the hash browns. Those sound good. Almost as good as an NVIDIA comeback today. NVIDIA's looking fire here. Look at that comeback. 127.50. I like that. That's looking awesome. My daughter likes it too. She can't stop looking at it. Spinach, Mason said. Spinach is awesome. We'll be like Popeye out here. I do like spinach because it's green, so it makes me think of NVIDIA here. Whenever I think of spinach, I think of that scene from The Wolf of Wall Street. Have you guys seen that scene? Where Jordan has to use his version of the spinach? Go check on that SPY really fast here. Starting to break out back above resistance at 544.80. That's a good sign here. Starting to get some nice green momentum back. Maybe we'll actually end the week with a bit of a recovery. As SPY breaks out here, watch the next resistance at 545.35. Just overhead. And then watch for a bigger breakout towards 546 to 547. That could be awesome later today. If we could come up and test 546, 547, that would be a great move for the market. But you got to really watch this resistance here. If you see big rejections, it could spell more downtrend coming in. Hey, I appreciate it, KO. I hope I'm saying your name right, but KOTV, thank you so much for the kind words. Really appreciate that. Pancake, waffles. Man, you guys are getting us hungry now today. Thanks for that. Jane said NVIDIA again. Yeah, it started to go green. Started to go green. Look at that. It's not green on the day, but definitely intraday move. Looking pretty hot again. I know the dip buyers are happy out there, whoever was buying this secondary dip. I know Christian fired some off for next week. He must be happy with it now. Oh, Jane did it too. Just one call, but she still did it. Say, yeah, Jane, you did it. I was talking to my daughter there, just so you know. She was looking at me when I said that. She's giving me looks like, what is going on here, Dad? Where's your wife? She may as well be, right? She's a secretary at my dad's work, Demir. Or my dad's business, I guess I should say. I got a call on SPY till Tuesday. I want to sell it today, though, Owen said. Call on SPY till Tuesday. Yeah, I don't think I would hold that one over the weekend. I would definitely try to get out of there today, Owen. Demir said she's working and it's your turn to care for her. Yeah, I guess so. You could say that. I kind of volunteered to do it today, but I was like, let's have a daddy-daughter day. Yeah. She's so sweet. At what age do you think it's okay to start trading, Tom? Whenever she starts crawling, I'm gonna have her, I'm gonna place stocks on the floor. And she's gonna crawl towards the stocks, and whichever one she crawls towards, I'm gonna put into her, her little fund that we got going on. When her hand can wrap around a cell phone, Jane said. She loves taking my phone from me, and I'm always like, give that back. I'm only going to give her decent stocks to pick, though, so keep that in mind. Yeah, you get those iPad kids, Demure, right? Isn't that what they call them? The iPad kids? I think. Something like that. Dance, I slept in. WTF chip stocks. Yeah, they came down pretty hard this morning. They're coming back now. If you were a dip buyer, you're pretty happy at the moment, but... Oh yeah, you're right, Rick. You did hear Kramer that one day when she was born. You're right. Well, alright guys, we're probably gonna end it there. Gonna get this little girl some food real quick, but I appreciate you all joining up today. It was a fun stream this morning. You know, the market started coming back a little bit here, which is a good sign. At least it came back and held that little support. On Nvidia, it was like 126.20 on the SPY. It was right around 544. It was nice to see that secondary hold there, and nice pop back. That was always good, but... Oh yeah, I appreciate you guys. Of course, I'll be in the Discord. If you guys need anything or have any questions, let me know. I got you. But other than that, I will talk to you later. See you on Sunday night's video. Have a great weekend. Tell Mike I said thanks too. Hey, come tell him in Discord, Whiskey. He'll be here all day. But sounds good, guys. I'll have a good one. See you later. Walk away green today. Don't give those profits back.